Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden in plain sight within company filings. Today we're diving into Nordson Corporation's latest report, and let's just say they've got some interesting moves on the chessboard, especially when it comes to rewarding shareholders. Nordson Corporation has dropped a report that gives us a peek into what they're up to. The main headline here isn't so much about their day-to-day operations for the last quarter, but rather a significant decision made by their board of directors. Think of it like the company's leadership team deciding to give a big thumbs up to returning more money to the people who own tiny pieces of the company, the shareholders. So on August 18th, 2025, Nordson's board of directors decided to authorize something pretty cool. They'd given the green light to buy back more of their own company stock. Now, why would a company buy back its own stock? Well, it's often a sign that they believe their stock is undervalued, or that they have excess cash and want to return it to shareholders in a way that can boost the stock price. When a company buys back its shares, it reduces the number of shares available in the market. This can make each remaining share a little more valuable and can also increase earnings per share, which is a key metric investors look at. They've announced a plan to repurchase an additional $500 million worth of their common stock. That's a pretty substantial amount. But it gets even more interesting. This new buyback authorization isn't the only money available for share repurchases. When you add the $500 million they just approved to the money that was already sitting there from previous approvals, Nordson now has a whopping total of about $793 million ready to go for buying back its own shares. That's a huge signal that they are confident in their financial health and future prospects. It's like they're saying we've got more than enough cash to run our business and still have nearly $1 billion to invest back into our own stock. Now, how will they actually do this? The report mentions they can buy back shares in a few different ways. They can buy them on the regular stock market, just like you or I might buy shares, or they can do it through private deals. They also mention Rule 10b5-1 trading plans. This might sound complicated, but essentially these are pre-arranged plans that allow companies to buy back stock, even when they might have important non-public information. It helps ensure these buybacks are seen as fair and not manipulative. But don't expect them to just start buying up stock tomorrow in one big go. The filing is clear that the exact timing, how they buy it, at what price, and how much they buy will all be up to them. They'll be looking at things like how the overall economy is doing, what's happening in the stock market, and of course the price of their own stock. This flexibility is important because it allows them to make the most strategic decisions about when and how to deploy this capital to benefit shareholders. It's also crucial to understand that this isn't a promise to buy all of that $793 million worth of stock. Companies can always change their minds. They can slow down, speed up, or even stop their buyback programs if circumstances change. This is pretty standard language, but it's good to remember that these are authorizations, not absolute commitments. Beyond the big news on share buybacks, this filing also points to a separate announcement made on August 20th, 2025. This was a press release about their financial results for the third quarter of their fiscal year 2025. While this particular filing doesn't give us the juicy details of those numbers directly, it tells us where to find them. It also lets us know that on August 21st they held a webcast, so investors could hear more about both their past performance and what they expect for the future. This is where you'd usually find the real meat and potatoes of their financial health, things like revenue, profit, and how different parts of their business are performing. But for now, the star of the show is that massive buyback authorization. The report itself lists Exhibit 99.1, which is the actual press release from August 20th. This is where the nitty-gritty financial details would be. It's likely that this press release confirmed strong performance leading up to this decision on share buybacks, making the increased authorization a reward for shareholders and a vote of confidence from management. Nordson's common stock is traded on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC under the symbol NDSN. This is important context because it means there's a public market for their shares, making these buybacks a readily available mechanism for them to return capital to investors. Companies like Nordson that operate in specialized industrial equipment and technology often generate strong, consistent cash flows, which allows for significant capital return programs like this. So what's the big picture here for Nordson? They are clearly in a position of strength. The decision to authorize nearly $800 million for share repurchases signals a very confident outlook from their leadership. It tells us they believe they have enough cash flow to fund their operations, invest in growth, and also return a significant amount of capital back to their shareholders. This can be a very positive sign for investors, suggesting that the company is well managed and aware of how to maximize shareholder value. The risks, of course, always lie in execution and unforeseen market downturns, but for now, this filing paints a picture of a company that is financially disciplined and focused on rewarding its owners. It's a smart move that can boost confidence and potentially increase the value of each share. Alright, that's our breakdown of Nordson's latest filing. What's your take on these substantial share buybacks and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think it's a smart move, or is there something we're missing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out our Discord community. The link is in the description below, where we discuss these filings and much more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.